Hi, welcome to the Pinoy RN, a podcast that provides insight into a variety of subjects relevant to Pinoy nurses. Here's your host, Jerome Babate.
Because I graduated from DScN training in a hospital, in a tertiary hospital, private hospital in Cebu. But after a while, I decided to continue and focus on my master's degree. So that was then I was hired by Cebu Normal University at 10 years ago. That was 2010 when Cebu Normal University invited me to join them as a research assistant for the College of Nursing. After a few months, because I was already qualified to join the teaching force, they offered me a position as a clinical instructor. And then from there, um, I was absorbed to become a regular faculty member, a plantilla position. And then I rose to becoming the research coordinator, research and publication coordinator, and then dean of the College of Nursing. And at this point, I am currently handling the two research centers, the Center for Research and Development for the whole university and the Institute for Aging and Health. So it's been a wonderful 10 years working in CNU because I was able to go through the process of rising from the ranks, not only the academic rank, but on the administrative positions. But I think the opportunities that CNU gave me in the 10 years were mostly focused on research because maybe because my entry was as a research assistant. So it's fitting that now I serve as a director in the Research Institute and the Center for Research and Development. I think being a government institution, CNU, like any other state universities, provide endless opportunities to its employees, especially as faculty members. We get to attend a lot of trainings, conventions, and then exposure to different events. But I think the most important opportunity that CNU gave me are the monthly research trainings that we have because this not only allowed me to hone my skills in research, but appreciate the importance of research to all the things that we do in the university. I think it was there that I realized that every single decision, every single policy that we make should be based on research. And this also allowed us to mentor younger researchers because I think the best thing that a researcher can do is also to help those who are still trying to learn and appreciate research. Uh, Working with CNU, I think the people I appreciate working with my colleagues because in CNU um, people are always supportive and they are giving you the chance for growth while they mentor you because when I joined CNU I was the youngest, especially in the College of Nursing. I was the youngest faculty member then, and most of my colleagues were my teachers, so I really had to talk to them and learn from them. So um, that's why I value all the things that they taught me because they were the ones who exposed me to all the opportunities. If not because of them, I think I will not be where I am right now as a professional, even as a nurse. So I value the advices from these people, and then um, I think so far the best thing is that they are always willing to tell you if you do something wrong, and then to give you better options in case you make decisions, and they are always um, open to give you advice regarding the things that you want. For this year, actually the research center has different plans every year in its as it moves towards the fifth year. But for this year, it's been our dream that the research institute would serve as a that database for all information regarding the older people, if not within the city, if not within the region, at least within the city, because we wanted to house all information about older people. We are actually seeking for a grant to provide us funds to map the vulnerabilities of the older people, because we wanted organizations, not only government organizations, but also private and those charitable institutions, to have a basis of the support that they have to give to the older persons at any given situation. Take, for example, the pandemic right now. The information that we have is for the general population, but for sure, if we have a database of the situation that older people are experiencing right now, we can craft programs or policies that are specifically for them and would greatly help them. So that's why we are trying to work with international collaborators. We wanted to get their advice and experiences on how to handle the mapping of these vulnerabilities, so that this will become just sort of a Bethlehem study, wherein we will try to cover all the villages, the barangays in Cebu City, and then move to other municipalities and component cities of the province, so that we will have an idea or a picture of what's really happening to the older people in Cebu. I think the problem now is there are a lot of programs that the government are doing for the older people, but it sometimes is not hitting the main concern of the older people. So you wanted to give um, an objective data of what is really happening to them, so that maybe that will now be the basis on if it's okay to just give the money or provide them with services, or instead give them goods or support in different kinds. Yeah. On a personal level, the main reason why I took up nursing, because I was exposed to my grandparents when I was young. I grew up with my grandparents, my grandfather and grandmother. So that's the main reason why I took up nursing. I know it sounds cliche, but I wanted to provide care to them correctly, appropriately. Maybe that's the good term. But um, it was in CNU that I learned to love gerontology nursing more, because CNU, that the curriculum of CNU is more focused on the care of the older person. So the curriculum of the undergraduate program to the graduate programs have specializations in gerontology nursing. So this motivated me to pursue a degree, a specialization in gerontology nursing, because most of the activities that I am involved in were mostly in this specific population. It was not because I took up Doctor of Science in Nursing, major in gerontological nursing, that I got involved in um, activities related to the older person, but it is because with the association with um, most of the faculty members who are into care of the older person. So we get to go to conventions which are focused on the care of the older persons, outreach programs for the older persons, activities of the senior citizens. So I think this motivated me to be involved in these things. And then when you are in CNU, I think if most people would agree that if you are in CNU, you have to at least learn about gerontology nursing, because that's where we get our niche in the nursing and the nursing profession. Maybe I for me, one of the most interesting discovery that I had was one of the validation studies of the late life success theory, which all along we thought that success in old age is about being able to gain the highest level of professional success. But in a validation study, it states that what is more important is that when the older person grows old, he sees that the family members or the children, the grandchildren are in good condition. They are also successful. So success is not about it's not something that they experience personally, but being able to see others succeed. It's more of in the theory of the late life success. Um, it states that legacy is better than personal success. So you leave something for your family members. You consider success that is not something that basically is publicized, but something that is felt by the people close to you, your relatives, your family members, or whoever you think is special to you. That's one of the most for me is the most exciting discovery that we had. But we also went into a lot of wonderful researches, just like the one that we were able to publish recently. It got accepted on pneumonia and the other one on COVID, that it's important at this time, especially in pandemic, that we focus on the older persons, because it's a given fact that they are most vulnerable, not only that they are old because of the aging process, the generation of the body, but most importantly because it affects all other aspects of life. Um, we know how the mind affects the body, and we know how isolation, how sociocultural factors affect also our um, immune system. Not being able to talk with our family members, not being able to be with our usual friends, the church friends. So this affects how older people copes with the pandemic. So I think that's more exciting. What currently, because of the expertise of the people getting in the institute, we are more inclined to looking into social aspect of gerontology nursing. But hopefully we can pair with medical people, doctors, and then we can go into something more medical later on. But for now, these are our important contributions and discoveries. We are all healthy as of this time. My siblings are still working because most of us are frontliners. Most of us are in the medical profession, so we still go on duty. I'm lucky. I'm luckier because I'm on work from home. I just go out when needed. But I think I wanted to look on the brighter side of, of what is happening. Like on my part, being in the academe, it provided me a lot of time to do academic activities, to do research, to engage with a lot of people. When before it's so difficult to talk with collaborators, to be in a meeting, to be present physically in different places at the time. It provided us endless opportunities to explore a lot of things. So I'm quite happy with the um, good things that it has given us. But um, well, there's always a bad side to it. I'm actually me and my siblings are actually um, separated from our parents because they are in another province. So we have been almost half of the year we're not able to go home. We are just here, work continuously working. But um, the not so good side of the pandemic is always the health concerns, because we know that um, staying at home, sedentary lifestyle has all its effects, the physical challenges that it gives us. But basically, I wanted to look at the bright side of things that the pandemic has given to us, especially as an academic. It forced us to do a lot of things, to do the things that we thought we will not be able to do because of some of the limitations. But the pandemic has forced us to do it right now, like teaching online, opening online classes, and everything. These are welcome challenges, and we are, I think, not only me, but a lot of people are happy with this, especially our students, because we the pandemic has removed the borders for us. It allowed us to be in constant communication with people now. If we are busier now, sir, this is what I noticed. We may be busier now, but we can do a lot of things now than before. Time time does not matter anymore, which is also not a good effect of the pandemic, because we can do things uh, at our own time and anytime. Like you are on the other's time zone, I mean other time zone, but we can still do meetings instead of you going back to the Philippines or me going to Australia. These are things that the pandemic has given to us.
Well, that's all for today's episode of Pinoy RN. Thanks for listening, and thank you to our guest for joining me today. Join us again next time when we talk about Filipino nurses and nursing. Make sure you subscribe to the Pinoy RN podcast on YouTube so you never miss an episode. Also follow us on Facebook at Pinoy RN Podcast. Special thanks to our event partners: Beta Nu Delta Nursing Society, Filipino Nursing Diaspora Network, Nursing for Humanity.